account, and we have to trace each and every check and to whom it was written to prove that there was a fraud or, you know, misconduct.
We have to have a court order, file subpoena with the court in Idaho. He has to order that court order has to, they have to serve them and order them to turn on the books in the account.
Well, I understand. That's what I'm getting to exactly, is to get to freezing the account, then from there to relinquish it. Otherwise, they have all the time, especially with the electronic, you know, withdrawal and stuff like that, they'll empty the account and put us in a hole.
Every day, their account. Yeah.
Natalie.
So, yes.
Natalie,
Yeah.
I move that we enter into the minute that, that we agree that, we need to notify New First Bank as soon as practicable that, we want the account frozen and/or we want ourselves installed on the account and Mary Cardoso removed.
Okay, I second that.
Anybody?
All right, so
Who second that?
we will go to the bank and we will tell the bank that there's an issue and we want, and we want them to recognize that if they do any bank processing, they could have a problem.
Got it.
So
Okay?
if you are second that, you have to raise your hand. If you're a second that, you have to raise your hand.
All in agreement?
Yes.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So our next item is, you know, what we want to do is we want to, according to our bylaws, we can hire and fire any property management company we choose. You know, with everyone's interaction with Texas Community Management, now Elite Management, you know, I know that I have not had success with them. And I'm sure that, you know, you all have your own experiences with them. I think that they're doing a disservice to our community.
Elite?
Yes.
We just heard of that.
Yes, Elite, well, I call Texas Community Elite Management because they decided to, you know, to switch their name off for whatever reason, I don't know. And whenever you send any mail, it doesn't matter if you send it, it's the address that's listed is the Richmond address, D108. All of our correspondence has been mailed to that address, and it gets returned. They won't accept it as Elite, they won't accept it as TCM, they won't accept it as Patricia Ortiz, they won't accept anything. So,
And they won't accept it with patio home agent either,
exactly.
which is the squirrely part, because they're registered at that address.
As our agent. So we have to, you know, we want to go ahead and I'd like to make a motion to fire Elite and get rid of them, TCM, that, you know, we no longer want them.
So who is second that?
Second that.
Go ahead, take it sweet.
Yeah, we gotta give.
Yeah.
And now, if I understand this correctly, all of this will, I mean, this will now, we'll be able to send, you guys will be able to send out to the bank and to the state.
Yes.
These are the new, everybody, this is the new precedents. And
Exactly. We're going to be able to make our record of this meeting. We are recording this also, only because we, you know, we need to show proof that we have done everything possible.
Well, according to the bylaws that you've been following. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question,
Yes.
because a friend of mine, a neighbor next door, said that he got a note, a letter from the Homeowners Association, TCM, that their chimney needed to be fixed, but they took it in the back of the yard with a satellite.
How is that possible?
Google.
They did.
You can look at anybody.
The lady right next to us, her nephew, what I was beside her, And he said, well, we got something
That's
from
not-
TCM, and I'm like, what?
Who
He
approved
said
that?
I don't know.
That's not-
Yeah.
And I said, can you get that? You know, because I gave it to the guy that owned the property. I said, can you please get that so we can make a copy of it? You know, and he's like, I couldn't believe it. They actually took a satellite picture of somebody's backyard. And like I told them, they're trying to pressure everybody with all these letters, and taking their homes and doing, because they don't want us to be free of them.
Right,
So it's a scare tactic for them.
right.
And it's like, okay, I'm not gonna go to meetings now because I might lose my home, or I got
That's the threat.
chimney, or, you know,
That is the threat.
yeah.
Well, and again, like I said, there's no board to approve that type of action. Who authorized it?
Well, that's
It has
the thing,
to-
though, they're broke, they're just doing whatever they're
Exactly.
doing because the
Exactly.
profit's them.
Exactly.
So let's continue getting rid of them by, I mean, who
Yeah,
else
that's-
do we need to fire as a board that has any contracts with the Elite or TCM or whoever they are, and the West Wind Association?
Yeah, another violation. Again.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, they're gonna keep doing it, so this is our chance to stop it, let's just continue stopping that by whoever else has a contract, let's fire them now. And then establish a new relationship with a new company that you can, have a
We didn't
positive,
have a say of it.
go from here forward, and we can all, complain about that company, for whatever reason. But at least we know that at least this company's not taking money out of our pockets.
Yeah.
That's what we're all here about.
I think the main thing that we're gonna have, the main issue that we're probably gonna have to deal with after, firing them is going to be the trash. Because until we're able to, establish, I don't know how they're gonna attack us when it comes to our trash being picked up because they sent out our check for it. So,
Well, yeah, but we can, how much, I mean, again, how much does that cost? And, could we just make a contract with a new company?
yeah, we'll have to look into it.
We're gonna have to do
We're gonna
that.
have to look into it.
In Highway 6, I saw the company, the trash.
Yes,
Highway 6, before Bisodale, in the right arm,
okay.
when you go in, you can find, I can go in to ask one day. if you-
Would you?
I'm sure the same company would establish a new contract.
Okay.
They want to keep the company. They want to keep the.
They don't care where that money
No, and if it's an internal issue, then they don't care where the check comes from.
No.
Because those weren't legitimate,
Right.
okay? And we held on until we have a proper representative for us and see what's happening with our money to start with, because we don't get any services from them
Right.
except for the trash. And to be charged more than any other community in Houston, that's not right. So
They have
if
a lot
we
of
owe
headaches.
them $50, $100, whatever it is, we'll pay it to them, but we want our money to serve us. Like, we have to pay to buy tickets to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, mosquito spray.
Another question.
Yes, sir.
If I'm going to Auto America for a land,
Yes.
I don't know them, for me. Can I pay before moving, or I can pay a check for my maintenance?
For your maintenance, yes, you can. What
Give
we'll
a
do-
check for that time, for example,
Okay, yeah, actually you can. What we'll do is, we do have an account that we opened, for our, association with Wells Fargo. So anybody that wants to pay their dues, they can, and we'll put it into that account.
You don't have it
Until-
yet.
That's cool, right?
Pardon me?
You don't have it yet.
Yes, we do.
You
We
have?
establish, yes. We establish that account for folks that wanted to go, so that you don't give it to TCM. But now we can put it into our new account until we can get those funds that are with New First Bank and have those funds transferred over to the Wells Fargo.
So everybody that gets a threatening letter from them, ignore it, just bring the money to the actual.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
It's just a regular matter saying that I haven't paid.
Well, and they're gonna send out letters, because they're trying, the one thing Mary said to me in that meeting that we had on the 4th was, everybody hasn't paid, and they need to pay their money. And I said, well, Mary, why? You haven't had a valid election. Why do you think people should still give you their money, and you're not even running this thing right? And she says, well, you gotta pay. You have to pay.
Otherwise, how am I
I
gonna
said,
steal
well,
the money?
No.
Right, because of the
It's
check.
her inheritance from her granddad.
Well, and I say something, I think you have to send a letter to all the homeowners
Yeah.
saying that the new account has been established with Wells Fargo,
Yeah.
and the maintenance used to be payable to that account, or mailed to whatever address you have, because, like I said, I have this, I was out of town for 3 months, and I got this thing, second warning letter that I haven't paid. I haven't paid because I was, and I don't know who to pay, and
You
that's
don't
the reason I called you
Yeah,
yesterday.
I get those letters too, don't worry.
But I think it should be letter.
I'm getting them too.
Are we collecting those letters too for the attorney?
Yes.
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Those letters, do any of them come from attorneys, or are they just from the elite, or
No, it's from
whoever?
Richmond Avenue.
Do they say attorney?
No, it's just from the Richmond
From
Avenue.
Patricia.
It's from the Richmond Avenue address, and it's addressed from Westwood County.
It is signed by the accounting department of Westwood Patrick.
Signed by who?
The
I
accounting
can hear.
department, the accounting department of West Wind Patio Homes.
There's no actual person.
Yeah, okay.
It's just that-
Yeah, right, well, those letters, I'm not a lawyer, but I understand those letters are, you can, wipe, down the counter with them, or whatever you want to do with it.
Collect them, right?
Until an attorney sends you something, and we told the attorneys that we don't want them sending anything, and Holton Young said they weren't gonna do it anymore, and they got another attorney called 2 and we told them that they better stop it, because we didn't employ them, and they stopped it.
Good.
So, they're over a barrel. They wanna throw all these little letters out to you that mean absolutely, pretty much nothing, okay?
That's right, but I would say, again, that if Mary said that nobody has paid, or most of them haven't paid, mail the letter saying that the new board has been established.
Right.
This is the account, and you should pay to the new.
But, if you send such letter, it's another way to formalize the new board.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you write a formal letter saying this is happening,
And we have an account, and we want to look up at it, everybody will be paying to that, and then you will have money to go contract.
No, but also formally set a precedent that the new board is operating.
Okay. So are we gonna fire Sunshine?
What's next?
Sunshine, we're gonna fire Sunshine? Already?
I'll come by and see you.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Yes. That was on the next thing. We're gonna
Can I say
cover-
something though? I think it's so strange that I come to meetings, probably more than anybody. And Mary never talked. It's always Patricia talking. They have their little gaming going on. But I find it strange that Mary says she's on the board. Why didn't she come tonight?
Right.
Why did they have another thing? If you're on the board, then you ought to be on the board and be at every board meeting. Not with Patricia, every board meeting, because you're supposed to be in our favor for what we want, not what Patricia wants.
And I agree with you. And that was one of the points that I also made to her. I said, as president, you're supposed to inform the homeowners. That is a part of your responsibility according to our bylaws. It's listed here in the bylaws. The president of the association, what they're supposed to do, it's listed here. And she is supposed to inform the homeowners, make sure that we stay up on all of the information that's happening in the neighborhood, which she has not. And she told me that, she doesn't get paid for this. She volunteers. So that's.
She makes sure she gets paid for it.
But she signs herself a check.
There is another thing. like they, they used to make excuses about the elections, about all this, that we didn't establish forum, blah, blah, blah. Actually, what they used to do, and I think, okay, this is just what I think, that they were sending letters for meetings. When it comes to our part, they send us with the
proxy.
the patio. No, the patio name to us. And when we go to the meeting, they say, well, it's not for the homes, it's for the town homes. Yeah.
They create confusion, the league creates confusion, so you don't know where to show up.
Right.
So many times they've done that I said, to hell with it, what meeting? Every time I go, I'm at the wrong meeting. Right.
And that's where we want to make the changes. As you see the big sign in my yard out there to let all the homeowners know, hey, we're having a meeting. Humberto, I want to thank him for creating that sign because we need to, in order to be able to get everything back on track and to create a better community for ourselves, we have to communicate with one another. We have to talk. We have to know what's happening. And so we're going to be creating a sign. We're going to get signs made that we'll put out every Monday before the meeting to remind you that, hey, Tuesday is going to be a meeting for the homeowners. And for you to please attend so that you can come and get the information of what we've been able to gather, where we're at, and where we have to go next. Because we have to do this thing together. It's not going to work any other way. We have some homeowners that, they text me and tell me, oh, I'm not a part of your group. Don't contact me. I don't know who you are. And, I let them know. I said, I'm sorry that I'm Natalie. I live on Meadowgrass, and I was elected to the board. I was just trying to inform you, hey, we're going to have a meeting.